Hello, this is Gray Hughes. I am making another video today on the Austin bombings, as there has been a 5th bombing incident in this case. We had one on March 2nd, and then 2 on March 12th, 1 on March 18th. That was a tripwire. The first 3 were actually packages left outside. And now we have a 5th incident at a sorting center at 9935 Doerr Lane, D-O-E-R-R Lane, at 12:25 a.m. in Schertz, Texas. S-C-H-E-R-T-Z. Okay, now that facility is located right here. You can see on Google Earth. It's right there. Now, I don't know if there's a street view that actually goes down there. No, there isn't. But you can, yeah, maybe right. Well, looks like there is. Let's try it. Didn't kick in really quick. So at this facility right there, on one of the conveyor belts, a bomb went off, and it actually injured a female, just her hearing. It didn't, there was no physical damage created by the bomb. It was just pure luck that nobody was near when that bomb went off on the conveyor belt. Amazingly, though, they found a second bomb there that did not explode, and they have that. Now, that could be an absolute treasure trove of information. Okay, hopefully they are able to get maybe some DNA or a fingerprint if they can actually open up this package without setting off the bomb. It sounds like this material is extremely volatile, and I am now rethinking the original assessment where we were all saying, even law enforcement was saying, that the bombs were set differently, meaning they, you know, the bomb number 1 and 3 went off outside just moving the package, and bomb number 2 went off inside. After opening the package, it exploded. I think that was how they were all intended, was to be brought inside, opened, and then exploded. But the material and the way the bombs are constructed is so volatile that the bomb even went off on this conveyor belt at the sorting facility. Okay, I believe that that bomb was meant to be shipped back to Austin. Okay, and that's something I didn't tell you a moment ago, is that these packages were shipped from Austin and they were sorted in San Antonio, but were to be shipped back to Austin. I mean, that seems like a really inefficient way to do business if you're FedEx. Not that that's related, but that seems kind of crazy. You ship something from Austin and then it goes to San Antonio and then back to Austin again. But anyways, that just shows you that this bomber has now changed his MO a 3rd time. The first 3 were packages put outside and I believe intended to be brought inside, open, and explode. Then when law enforcement put out warnings saying, listen, if you see a package, do not open it. If you're not expecting one, we'll come out and check it out for you. Okay? After that happened, he went to a tripwire. Okay? Now that he's done a tripwire, he's going back to the packages. It's kind of a head fake. However, but now these packages will look legitimate. Okay? Because these packages will say, you know, from FedEx, and people will go, okay, and then open them. Now, if I were any residents in the Austin area at this point, I wouldn't open up anything from FedEx until you call the police and have them check the packages out. Okay? Especially if it says from Austin and then you got the package in Austin. Okay? I mean, apparently that's how it works there. They ship it to San Antonio anyways and then back to Austin. All right? It seems crazy, but that's how they do it. Okay? Now, there was a press conference this morning after the incident that explained it further. So let's go take a look at that.
Who reported an injury was evaluated on site and then released. At this time, however, the scene and area are secured and the investigation is continuing. The safety of the employees and the public has been, is, and remains our principal focus. Pertinent to the focus on public safety, the City of Schertz is engaged and is working in cooperation with the FBI and the ATF. Here with me this morning are my Chief of Police, Michael Hansen, Assistant Special Agent in Charge, James Smith from the FBI, and Assistant Special Agent in Charge, Frank Ortega from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. At this time, I'd like to recognize our Chief of Police, Michael Hansen, who will provide you with some additional information. Chief?
Good morning. At approximately 12:25 this morning, an explosion was called in to the police department. It occurred at the facility at 9935 Dewar Lane. Members of the Schertz Police, Fire, and EMS responded and determined that in fact an explosion had occurred. Shortly thereafter, members of the San Antonio Police Department Bomb Unit, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, and the FBI arrived as well. A package had been traveling along the automated conveyor when it had exploded. One employee that was standing near the explosion later complained of ringing in the ears. She was treated and released. We were very fortunate that there were no injuries. It's very early in the investigation, obviously, but we're confident that neither this facility nor any location in the Schertz area was a target. With that said, I need to reiterate the message that we've heard so often recently, that if you have a package that was not expected, if you are suspicious of the return address, if you come across any suspicious object, do not touch it, do not move it, but contact 911. I wish to take this opportunity to thank the assistance provided by the FBI, the BATF, Texas Department of Public Safety, the San Antonio Police Department, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, as well as the resources that have been provided by the Southwest Texas Regional Advisory Council and the BCFS Emergency Management. Now I'll open it for questions.
Did the package come from the FedEx store on Brody Lane? The FBI and the ATF are there right now in Austin. Did the package just come from there?
Well, we currently can't go into the details of the package. It's still under investigation. We just arrived pretty much, and we're entering the building as we speak.
How do you guys know the package was supposedly from Austin then? Was it the label?
I can't say what the package was destined for, but again, we're still under investigation.
Can this be the work of a copycat just because it was sent directly into something like this?
Well, that's what we're working on right now. We're trying to understand what actually happened. We're trying to surf through the evidence and let the evidence take us to where we need to go.
Will you confirm that the package contained nails and shrapnel?
Again, we're still looking.
Okay, so here's the deal. The rest of this, they said, let's open up for questions. They answered nothing. For another, gosh, I don't know, 6 minutes, it was, we can't answer that question. We can't answer that question. Okay, now the thing is the Attorney General actually came out with some information. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you. Okay, it says, Texas Attorney General says the package that exploded at a FedEx distribution center near San Antonio was sent from Austin and was addressed to a home in Austin. So that means it went all the way to San Antonio, was processed, or was supposed to be processed, then sent to Austin. Okay. Attorney General Ken Paxton also told television station KXAN that a second parcel bomb that did not explode was found at the FedEx facility in Schertz. San Antonio Police Chief William McManus told a news conference there that the second package was no longer at the facility. So hopefully it's been removed and can somehow be opened very carefully without setting off the device. Okay? So I think that's where we're at right now. I mean, this is crazy. All right, another bomb has gone off. Nobody was injured, but a second bomb was found there, and now I think they're checking all the different locations that packages perhaps were delivered at originally in this area. So if I was to type in Google Earth FedEx near Austin, you'll see a whole bunch of FedEx shops open up. Now, when you listen to that press conference, somebody said, "Is it true that that they're searching a facility at?" I couldn't make out the name of that street. It seemed like it was pretty clear, but it didn't seem. I couldn't figure out what he was saying exactly. So let's see.
Did the package come from the FedEx store on Brody Lane? The FBI and the
Yeah, is that like Brody Lane? It's hard to tell what he said right there, but it sounded like Brody Lane. Let's see if we can find something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see if I can just type in Brody Lane. Is there even a Brody Lane? Oh, there's a Brody Lane in Austin, Texas. Okay, now we know where that is. Let's see if there's a FedEx near Austin and see if there's one that kind of shows up on that. Okay, that was Brody Lane. There we go. This is Brody Lane right there. Let's see. Boom. So that was Brody Lane. Let's put a pin there. See that, everybody? Investigative work right there. We don't know for sure if that's the place, but hopefully it is. Let's see. Brody Lane FedEx drop off location. Okay, now you would think that being dropped off at these spots, you would have some surveillance cameras. Wouldn't every FedEx facility have surveillance cameras? Okay, so I'm going to save this location, and perhaps that is related at some point. Now let's take a look at the... Okay, so bombing 1, 2, 3, 4. Now look how close this facility is to bombing 4. Very close. Alright, now let's go down to street view here and see what it looks like. I mean, this is assuming that this is the facility. Apparently there were agents on the ground at this location, and it was probably because they were able to determine, based on the labeling, what facility the package was dropped off at. Okay, now I guess it's in there. Let's see that again. Alright, so it's right there. Let me see if there's some street view that actually... Ooh, look at this. Wow, we can go right here. Okay, so apparently this is a FedEx drop-off location in there. Now keep in mind, this is 2017, this street view. So, right in there. Now you'd think there'd be surveillance systems. Let's see. You know, especially inside the store. You know, but I can't get into that parking lot right there, but let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything directly outside right there, but definitely should be some surveillance on that. Now, hopefully that is the location, and we can add that to our map here. It seems to make sense. But somebody at the press conference said Brody Lane FedEx, and they must have said that based on something that they had already heard. You know, I'm not saying this is fact. I'm just saying that this is something that we heard, and I'm going to look into it because that's what we do. I don't have any other information. Now, as I'm making this video, there's probably more information out there because of how social media and Twitter and things like that work, okay? So I think that's where we're at right now. This is just a developing situation here, and it seems to be speeding up and picking up pace. You only had 6 days between bombs 2 and 3 to 4, and then only 2 days to the second incident. Now those packages probably would have been delivered today or tomorrow, you would think, right? And those would have gone off in people's homes yet again, if people actually open them. Okay, so I'm going to keep doing updates for all of you, and if you want to like and subscribe to my channel, I'll keep doing updates. I do all kinds of other crime videos as well, and I appreciate you watching the video. All right, so until next time, be safe out there. Jeez.